All right, so in this video, I want to break down how I would like to be using the Helix in this new year coming up and get you guys more comfortable with it as well so that you don't get thrown for a loop when you see this Sunday double amp setup, okay? So this is a generic patch that I'm going to start using. I'm not going to get rid of the song patches altogether yet. I'll still try to incorporate those. But if there is a song that you see, oh, it's just a generic Sunday double amp, I want you to know how to use it. And as we go forward and we start phasing out those individual song patches, I want you guys to be familiar with what you're looking at here when you start to see this patch a lot more. The other thing too is that all the patches that I build, even for the individual songs, are built off of this groundwork. So this will also help you get more familiar with the actual individual song patches as well. I'm going to break this up into two videos. The second video is going to go and detail this patch a lot thoroughly. It's going to talk about the actual pedals that are being used, the settings on it. This video is just going to show you how to use the patch, okay, to get you comfortable with it. Okay. So when we look at this, we see that we have we have 8 snapshots here. Clean rhythm lead is exactly what you would expect it to be. So I'll just run through it real fast. This is our clean tone. It's just a reverb, a quarter note delay, and a boost just to kind of keep that level up to where we need it to be. The rhythm channel is going to be our stage 1 overdrive channel. So that's going to sound like this. Just a little bit of drive on it. And then our lead channel is exactly what it is. It's going to be a heavier overdriven channel for leads, okay? So those are our 3 generic patches that I'll have programmed in there. The extra channel is for anything that you need to program in there. It used to be the more verb, but it just wasn't working out the way I wanted it. So right now it's just kind of a blank snapshot. At least it was supposed to be a blank snapshot. Now it will be. So it's just a blank snapshot. And then I'm going to show you how to use this patch in 2 different ways. One, you can use it by programming your own snapshots. And 2, you can use it in stomp mode. Now you're going to need to understand stomp mode for both ways. But the preset snapshots are just going to make it easier for you to get in and out of the different sections of the songs. So if you want to hit this button here, it goes into stomp mode. Now stomp mode is great because this is very familiar for guitar players. It just shows you all your pedals as stomp boxes. We have our boost, our 2 overdrive pedals, an octave generator, a chorus pedal, 3 different types of delays, a reverb, and a tremolo pedal. I have never needed to use anything else in the last 9 months that I've been programming tones other than these effects here. So these ones here should get you everything you need for our normal Sunday worship sets. Now, if you're just somebody that's like, I like the way this looks here, I can just choose to turn on my reverb. I can choose to turn on my overdrive pedals, my delay, and I can get going with that, and that's super easy. Then you can do that. And then if you say, okay, cool, now I want to go to a higher lead set, I'll just turn on an extra overdrive. You know, you can get comfortable with this stomp box mode. Now, if you're someone that says, okay, cool, I want to use the stomp box mode to create my presets, then I'm going to show you how to do that right now, okay? What you'll do is you click on the verse, and you can do this at rehearsal. You can say, okay, for this verse, I need it to be a kind of a clean tone with a tremolo. So I'm just going to add that tremolo there. Once I add things in the stomp box mode here, as long as I was on the verse before I entered stomp box mode, it's going to save it exactly like that. I don't really got to push anything. So now it's going to save it with that tremolo on. So now if I click chorus and I enter stomp box mode, I can choose what do I want to have on for the chorus. So I'm going to put on for my chorus of the song just my stage 1 overdrive, and I'll put on 2 delays. So now this is my chorus sound. And again, my verse sound was this. Now, when we get to the bridge of the song, I can say, okay, I want to add these 2 overdrives with an octave pedal, and I'll take the delays off. Now, when I exit, it's going to save that right to my bridge sound, and this is what I'm going to have. So now I have 3 sounds for 3 parts of the songs. I have the verse, which has that tremolo on it. I have my chorus now, which has that overdrive stage 1. And I have my bridge sound for when I get to have to play those lines. All right, and then we'll always have a swell here, this swell patch. If you ever want to check what is on a patch too, you can by hitting the stop mode. So I'm going to hit it so I can show you what's on. I have a boost, I have a stage 1 overdrive, a lot of delays on, and I have a reverb on here. And that's going to give me my generic swell patch. So that's going to sound like this. Cool. Now, what you can do is, now that I've built this out how I want it and I have my snapshots how I want them, I'm just going to go ahead and hit save up here, and then I'll just hit the button underneath the green save right here. This is a push button, so I'll just push that in and it will save. If you want to rename it, you can. I will likely probably put these in there as we move forward. If we ever get away completely from using song patches, then what I'll end up doing is I'll just name this like song 1, song 2, song 3. So you wouldn't even have to rename it. But once you push save, it's going to save in there. As we move forward and we get rid of song patches altogether, you'll notice that you'll probably have multiple of these Sunday double amp setups. So the next preset up will be the same one, and the next preset up will be the same one. So now for song 2, you can do the same thing. You can start to build out your verse, your chorus, and your bridge how you want those snapshots to sound. Again, you'll get the same clean rhythm and lead presets, and then you'll have 4 snapshots here that you can use how you want, and you'll always have the swell snapshot up there. One more thing to consider though is, if we don't have the, if it's not a song specific patch, then the tempo is not going to be correct. So you can use this over here to kind of tap in your tempo at the beginning of the song so that you can get your delays all lined up and synced accordingly. So that's kind of the quick rundown of how to use this Sunday double amp preset that I've built. And then in the next video, I'm going to go through all of the actual tones here. I'm going to show you how I build them, and you'll get a way better understanding of how to use this preset at a much more intricate level. I'm also going to go into how to edit some of these pedals if you in this patch to cater to your guitar specifically. When I build these patches, I build them jumping back and forth between a single coil, a high output humbucker, and a low output humbucker. So I try to jump back and forth, and I try to get like a good middle ground. So it's not necessarily the best tone for my Gibson or the best tone for my Fender. It's kind of a middle ground tone. And I'll show you in the next video how maybe you can optimize for your guitar the sound. I also think that moving forward, if you want, and you're getting comfortable with this Helix and building your patches, you can create something that's customized using this same platform here, this same patch, but customize it to your guitar. And you can just send me a message and say, hey, can you save that preset that I used this past week? And I'll just I'll save it under your name, and you can I'll pull it up for you every time you play. So we'll get into that discussion. But thanks for watching this video.